guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a first impression slash review on a brand new foundation from the brand L'Oreal, and this is called the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation, which also contains SPF 15. I was just so intrigued to try this foundation because I am such a huge fan of the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation, which is like one of my go-to foundations because it mattifies me. So when I saw this one, I was like, I have to try it out, especially because it contains SPF 15. I ended up purchasing this from Walgreens, and they had a really big display like right when you walk in. There were about 12 different shades. I'm not sure if that is the complete range of shades, but 12 shades is, I think it's pretty good, especially for drugstore. Cost me about $12.99, and this also contains 1 fluid ounce of product. So let me first tell you what it claims to do. It says that this is a lasting glow foundation, never dull, never greasy. It has a radiant finish. It wears up to 24 hours. It has a medium coverage. It has an air-light texture. Now this also does say that it contains SPF 15. This says it's specifically for normal slash dry skin, and it says that it's hydrating. So normally when I see a foundation that has the word hydrating, I tend to shy away from it because I have, just for reference, I have really oily skin. I have an extremely oily T-zone. But since I was so intrigued by this, I decided, why not? Let's go ahead and see how this will work on my oily skin. Went ahead and picked up 2 different shades because I'm kind of in between shades and I didn't know which one would match me best, or maybe I would have to mix the 2 together. On my face, I just basically drew in my brows. I don't have any moisturizer as well as any primer. I'm gonna apply this as is, and we'll see how it wears throughout the day. I'll keep checking back and let you guys see how it looks and how it wears. Go ahead and try the number 208. On half of my face, I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe brush, and then on the other half, I'm going to use a damp blending sponge. So it says here, shake well, dot onto skin in rolling motion for flawless coverage. And it is pretty liquidy. It is pretty liquidy. I think I put a bit too much, but we'll see how it applies. Let me go ahead and zoom you guys in. Okay. Yeah, this foundation, this color is a bit too yellow for me. I think it's a bit too yellow. I like the way how it applied. Ooh, I don't really smell any type of scent. No, never mind. Now that I really smell it, it does have a bit of like an alcohol scent to it, which is a little bit odd, but I like the coverage because if you guys can tell right over here, I had a little blemish. I mean, you can still see it a bit like peeking through, but it pretty much covered it up. Although when I first applied this, it was a little bit too light for me, but it did oxidize just a bit. So now it matches me pretty well, I think. Also set pretty quickly, which is nice. So here's how half of my face looks using the brush, and here's the other half. I think it pretty much did a really nice job actually of covering just some discoloration and just evening out my skin tone, and also hiding some blemish marks. It has a little bit of a dewy type of finish, not matte, maybe like more of like a satin finish. So yeah, let me go ahead and apply the other side using the damp sponge. With the sponge, I did get a lighter finish, but I want to even it out, so I'm just going to apply a bit more. Here's how the foundation looks once it's set into the skin, and it did set pretty quickly. When I saw the word glow on the foundation, I was thinking I would look like a just like super shiny where I wouldn't like it, but so far I like the coverage. I like the way how it's set into the skin. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. So I went ahead and applied the rest of my makeup. I set it with a powder, the powder from IT Cosmetics, which I cannot find at the moment, but again, I did not use a primer or a moisturizer underneath it. It's just right on top of my bare skin. I really do like the coverage. I like how lightweight it is on the skin. Let me go ahead and take a picture and see if there's any flashback, since it does contain SPF 15, which it doesn't seem to have a bad flashback. If you guys aren't aware of what I'm talking about, it's when you take a flash photo and you get that white cast. So it doesn't look very bad. It actually looks pretty natural. I did use a highlighting concealer underneath my eyes. It is now 6:09 a.m. I'm gonna check back with you guys midday and give you guys an update, and you guys will be able to see how the foundation is holding up. Okay, so it's currently 11:10 a.m. I've had the foundation on for about a little more than 5 hours, and I wanted to give you guys an update. I have not blotted my face. Again, I have oily skin, so normally around this time my skin gets like, it's starting to get pretty oily. It actually looks not oily. It doesn't look oily at all. My skin kind of has a little bit of a luminous glow, but it doesn't have a greasy, oily look to it, which is very impressive. Let me go ahead and touch my T-zone. So it does have just like a little bit of oil seepage, very slight, not to the point where I feel like I need to blot my face. The foundation doesn't look like it's caked up or creased on me, and it hasn't shifted. Feels like I have some foundation on, but it's very lightweight, but it does give pretty good coverage. As you guys can see right here, I have a blemish, which is, it's peeking through a bit, but the coverage overall with the foundation is excellent. I will check back with you guys after work. It's now 4:36 p.m. I've been wearing the foundation a total of about 10 hours, a little over 10 hours. Just don't mind if I look a little bit sweaty. It is really warm in our room, and even though I have the electric fan on, I'm sweating a bit. So let me show you guys how the foundation looks up close. It's holding up very beautifully. A lot of foundations will already start to shift on me by this time, or I will be extremely oily, but with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow, I'm really impressed so far. Honestly, I don't even think I need to powder. I do need to, however, I need to blot my face just to kind of tone down the shininess. I am shiny on my nose, but my forehead's extra shiny because I am perspiring. My blemish spot right here is starting to become a little bit more noticeable than how it looked earlier, but I think the foundation is holding up beautifully, especially since I didn't apply any moisturizer or any primer, just wearing it alone, and it is looking very good. So I'm gonna go ahead and just blot my face. I'm not gonna touch up with any powder. Blotting definitely did do the trick. I'm not shiny. The foundation, I think, still looks excellent. For 10 hours of wear with the foundation, I am definitely blown away. I'm really impressed. But we are gonna still wear it a little bit longer, so I will check back with you guys in a few more hours at the end of the night. So it is now 8:54 p.m. We just came back from a walk to the park, so I'm a little bit sweaty, just don't mind that. So I've had the foundation on now for a total of almost 15 hours. I have not retouched my makeup, and again, I didn't use a primer or a moisturizer underneath the foundation. I just applied it on my bare face. I think that the foundation held up really well. I'm very impressed with the way how it wore throughout the whole day. I don't see it even shifting on my face. I don't see any discoloration. Honestly, it really held up beautifully through all of the heat and the humidity. And of course, on my T-zone, I am shiny right now. Let me go ahead and just blot it. You can see the blemish marks right over here, and you can see my little friend right over here. But overall, I think that the L'Oreal 24-hour Infallible Pro Glow Foundation with SPF 15 is an awesome foundation even if you have oily skin. You guys could see from the wear throughout the day, it held up through the hot weather. It held up for 15 hours without using a primer or a moisturizer underneath it. I did not retouch with any powder. All I did really was just blot with some blotting paper, and it held up. I think it will work wonders even if you have oily skin. This is suggested for normal to dry skin, but I think for oily skin I still would definitely give this a try. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first impression slash review on the L'Oreal 24-Hour Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. If you guys have tried it or are curious about it, let me know your thoughts on it in the comment area down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys like watching first impression videos, or if you guys would prefer just a whole review instead after I've used the product over a period of time, please let me know. I'd love to get your feedback. Don't forget to also follow me on all my social media, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video.